They are not known. They dance for themselves. They do dance here and there, but they are not known. They do not dance for the fame. They do not dance for anything. But some people are there who do not dance for fame, but they unfortunately become famous, and they do not know how to deal with it. What they were doing is what they were taught and what they enjoy the most. But fortunately or unfortunately, they become people make them famous. So things have changed where dancers used to dance in a auditorium and 200 people used to see, 200 people used to go back and talk to few more people to whether it was good or bad. Today you perform in a corner of a world, the whole world is watching you, not just in India, whole world is watching you, right? You can have students online from America, wherever you can. So it is not a very big deal as it used to be to have minimum of 20 students today, whether it is online or offline. So that should support you. And see, if you can become, one of you can become part of the government soon and push for that art-based education. That is what not just our artists, human beings need it. We need it, not because oh हमारा culture है, हमें culture को promote करना है. No, to become good human beings. I have seen good human beings only in the art field. I'm not saying others are bad, but the ratio I can see, at least 90% of the artists are very good human beings, very down to earth. Art keeps them grounded. Art keeps us grounded because I think we are the only people who know there is a possibility that we do not know.
Yes.
There is huge possibility that we know only this much, right? How much we know? What we do not know is like universe. We agree to that possibility and that is what makes us very beautiful. And that should go to each and every children. Why don't we introduce art as the education to our children? I do not know. Because so many schools have tried it and have been successful. Some education changes have come last 2-3 years, yes. 2 years, I don't have the details. You can take your own subject after 8th, 9th. Something has, some good change has come. I was very happy to see that. But right from the beginning, where dance or music doesn't have to be Bharatnatyam only, doesn't have to be this 7 or 8 classical art forms only. It can be your local art forms. Karnataka itself has at least 7-8 local art forms which are hardly known to anybody. You do what you want to. So then you will be thinking, oh, who will give them job? These art forms, when we learn, we are not thinking only about making money out of it. Please understand. Tell me how many of you know what is that, whatever you remembered so many times in 10th standard, A plus B, whatever. Anybody knows? Were you thinking about what will be the help of this in my career? So why can't we do Natadu in 10th standard then, which will make us better human beings? Why can't we do a composition of Kanakadasa who is dedicating himself in front of the God, where we can show how we can, make people understand the relationship between human beings. Which subject can teach you? None of the subjects are teaching you. Social media? No. Social science? No. Science? No. We are just talking about what is there inside. But how to connect to human beings which are around us? Nothing is doing. None of the subject is doing. Correct? Is there any subject? Please tell me. We have one. Yes. In that also maths teacher will come and take class. So let us hope for the better tomorrow, where art will be considered as education only and not as something that hobby or even I will do it because it is my passion. It should become part of our life, whether we earn money out of it or not.
Yeah, I just remembered. Yes, Aloka ma'am.
I just want to give you one information. Now CCRT has advertised that junior scholarship people can apply, and they should be in the age group of 10 to 14.
Actually, I just remembered that when Einstein met Tagore, they talked for hours. And the reason for that is they believed in the possibility, Tagore being a philosopher and Einstein being a scientist, they believed in the possibility that they know nothing. And from what Parshwanath said, science is not very different from philosophy, because scientists also work on what is not there today, the possibility that it can happen. It is based on theory. Artist also takes the artistic license, may or may not be historical facts, and choreographs based on what can be the possibility. No one has seen Shiva or Parvati, but we actually choreograph on the conversation they might have. Depending on the conversation we have seen our mom and dad have. So it's not very different. Mahua ma'am, I'll come to you next question. But this question is very close to my heart because I have friends who have kids, and many of them doesn't want their kids to come into dance. I want to talk about genes, and I spoke about this with Parshwanath the other day. Caste system has been demolished. Many dancers, come from different backgrounds. We don't have Devdasi Parampara, so we cannot teach our children, we cannot force our children to take up the same profession. Many of my colleagues does not want their child to take up dance as their profession due to the insecurities, instabilities of this profession. That's a loss for the society, because we are not able to transfer our skills genetically, as well as when an artist when a child grows up seeing his or her parent in this environment, it is a holistic approach. Your thoughts on this?
First, I want to share my previous speakers. I'm echoing myself in same tune. It's great. And I'm a student of science, my PhD in genetics. So, I believe, I want to show one thing.
In science, we do, this is zygomorphic or actinomorphic. In dance, we do samabhanga, abhanga, tribhanga, the same thing. So,
I feel dance is a science. Very much science, both practical and theoretical. And we know Saraswati, Devi Saraswati. Just imagine his Aloka. Veena Ranjita Pustaka Aste. One hand she is holding Pustaka,
and one hand is culture.
So this is amalgamation of the two. I feel that. It's my feelings, and I'm always inspiring my students. Please study more. If you study more, then you will realize the total diaspora as well as education. That is like bookish education, and you can correlate with the practical one. Tagore nicely told Esha, Tagore, his dream project was that. And he settled first Shantiniketan Ashram in 109, then 1921 Vishwavarti. Just imagine the name. Vishwa means universe and Bharati means Saraswati. It's a unique name. Just imagine. And if you go back, Upanishad, they are also giving us this the same. And after 5th, 6th, 7th centuries, the Vihar and Mahaviharas, these colleges and universities, they used to teach us dance, music, sculpture, painting, as well as so-called education. Like Atish Dipankar, he was the chancellor of Mahavihar, and he went to Tibet. There he is, still now he is worshipped as a Panchabuddha. He could dance with the Mandidakka, and he was a very good painter. I have a painting. He used to paint with his nasal blood. I have that. His own portrait he painted. I have that. I have a great fascination on Atish Dipankar, and I went his place 2 times. And the same place, Jagadish Chandra Bose, he also born there. He was a great scientist. We, the botanist, horticulturist, everybody is dwelt upon his work throughout world. And at the same time, he was a great lover of painting. He has collected 400 paintings from Ajanta Ellora. Just imagine. Einstein, he could play violin. So there is no fighting against the normal education and the science. Madam Curie, he is the first lady, she is the first lady, she has got twice the Nobel Award. She could dance, polka, marzuka, everything, that type of dance. 2-3 days he spent her days in Khamarbari. So if you read the Madame Curie, written by Eve Curie, it's my Bible for me. My 25 times I have read that. Excellent. So, and her struggle. So struggle is a tool to uplift us. My family, I don't want to mention more about my family. My family is total artistic family. My uncle, maternal uncle, he is a great sculptor. You know Bidhan Rai's Murti in Salt Lake, is by him. Uttam Kumar's by him. And he was the top officer of Mint, Calcutta Mint. He refused the service and he joined because he wanted to be an artist. My father-in-law, he was a great singer, but nobody knows. He was telling, no, nobody knows him. He was the friend of Debabrata Biswa Sholil Chaudhuri. Okay? So I'm from that family, my husband also, and we earn money with the only by tuition. I'm not believe that for this bread and butter we have to do something. I believe in Gita. Ma Faleshu Kadachana, do work. And we have 4, I feel, Adhita, Bodha, Acharana, Pracharana. We have 4 stages. First I have to learn Adhita, then knowledge will come, Bodha, then I have to practice Acharana, then Pracharana. But we omit the 3 stage and we first jump for the Pracharana. So for the artist we need first passion and then patience. My students, sometimes parents come, oh, always tere kheta, why they are doing tere? So no, you have to do only tere kheta. This is the foundation. Only do. Then practice and ultimately progress. This 4P I believe, and this is my message for the youngsters, my fellows. I believe in that. And I have done this throughout my life. Thank you.
I'll just open this to all the audience. You can ask question. But আমার হাতে মাইক আসবে আর আমি কলকাতার ব্যাপারে কিছু বলবো না, আমার বাংলার ব্যাপারে কিছু বলবো না, that's impossible. With all due respect, Parshwanath, I'm not demeaning any other state, but you know, Bengal has always been the place where people have come and we have adopted different art forms. May it be Kathak, may it be Bharatnatyam, may it be Mohiniyattam, and I'm so proud as a Bengali because I think we are the only, I really want to be as humble as possible.
You should be proud.
Yeah, because, thank you. But, you know, we are the only people, and when I say Bengalis, I don't mean, you know, people who speak Bengal, who have chosen Bengal as their home. My husband is a Bihari, 4th generation Bihari. He can fight for Bengal, you know, like, just like me. So I feel that he's also Bihari rooted, he's also Bengali rooted, his roots are from Bihar. So everyone who has selected this place as their home, we have that talent. Any dance form, any folk dance, we adopt. We not just learn dance, we adopt that culture. So many of us just look like Tamilians. We want to look like Tamilians because we learned Bharatnatyam. We started learning Tamil because because of our love for that art form. But we have, wherever I go in South India, I make sure whenever my students are performing, I make sure that audiences are aware that this is a very different language and we put in extra efforts. May it be Odissi, may it be Kathak, it's very difficult for us to speak in Hindi, but we have adopted that. So as people belonging to Bengal, I think we should be very proud of this. Was what I wanted to say. I will open, anyone wants to ask any question, thank you. So anyone wants to ask any question, please feel free to ask any of the judges, any of the panelists.
I promise next time I'll talk in Bengali.
Yeah, we want that.
And I'm Upadhyay.
Anyone wants to ask question?
Ruby.
Anyone? Shubha? No one has question for such.
They have asked a lot of questions last 3 days. Or maybe they don't want to listen to me anymore. Both the last day.
But I want to watch the program.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Stop question.
Alright, then we should move towards the next part of our program. Atanu will be performing. So, Parshwanath, you can go get ready, and thank you so much for coming. Just thank you.
One more thing I wanted to ask, Esha. What should happen in art field? This should happen.
Yes.
This discussion should happen. All of you should start talking, and don't have this, what people are going to say if I'm going to say something wrong in English, or my language issues. Don't bring those barriers. Talk in your mother tongue and be proud about it. I'm not able to talk because if I start talking in Kannada, nobody will understand. And my Hindi is not that great. English is the only communicating language I have today with all of you. But be proud about what you are. So if you want to still ask something to the other panel members, please go ahead before Atanu's performance. Thank you.
Can we clear the stage? I'll just quickly announce Atanu's.
Yeah, I just want to mention thank you, Parshwanath, because you rightly said that this type of interaction sessions we should come up with, because this is nothing. We're just sharing our thoughts, sharing our views. So this should happen more and more, right, Didi? What do you think?
I think that we must help each other.
Exactly.
If we have some information, we must share it with others. And in our school, I always see that all my good students should get more opportunities, and I see what is their potentiality. Like somebody who can be a very good dancer, I promote her in that way. If somebody I find that she can be a good teacher, even in other field also, if I see that some people are very good, my heart goes to them. So I think it is means the only way. We must help each other. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
বাংলা একটা লাইন বলি, কবিয়াল রমেশিলের, বাগানের সৌন্দর্য বাড়ে নানা ফুল দিয়া।